What's going on, guys? My name is Mike with Apple Informed, and today I have 6 changes in iOS 12.1.1 Beta 1. So that is a lot of numbers there, iOS 12.1.1 Beta 1. Usually we don't see that many betas for very small updates like this, so we might only see 1 or 2 betas for 12.1.1 before a release to the public, but there actually are a few significant updates for iOS 12.1.1. So in this video, let's go ahead and take a look. So the first one is a new little text feature on your lock screen where it tells you swipe up to unlock when Face ID has been disabled. So to get this, just go into emergency SOS mode and then hit cancel. And then once you get brought back to your home screen, you can see there it says swipe up to unlock. Now it doesn't say that when Face ID is enabled, it only says that when you have to put in your passcode there, so you can see it doesn't scan my face. But it kind of has a nice animation where the lock kind of gets smaller and the text kind of fades in from the left. So kind of nice there that it tells you to swipe up to unlock. I think it would be cool if it said that also once the phone was unlocked with Face ID, but nevertheless it is there and it is a pretty cool addition. Also new in 12.1.1 is a slightly smaller power down menu. So before, the power down menu used to be the exact same height as this cancel button down here, and now the slide to power off and emergency SOS slider is shrunk down a little bit. It's been made smaller on the sides, and it's also not as tall. So like I said before, these buttons here that you would drag to turn on or off your phone or go into emergency SOS mode, they would be the exact same size as this cancel button. Now they have been made a little bit smaller. So I don't really like this change. It's a bit harder to do it now if you're not looking or something. So I would like it to be back to the old size, nice and big. So I don't really know why they made this change. Possibly the biggest feature though of this update is the brand new user interface inside of FaceTime. So finally, FaceTime has a brand new UI and you can actually flip the camera now when you are in a FaceTime call. So before in iOS 12 and iOS 12.1, you would have to hit a little icon in the bottom right that had 3 dots. A UI would slide up and then you could hit flip. And it just didn't really make sense. Here there's an actual button you can see when the camera flips around, because before when the UI would slide up you would hit flip, but you wouldn't really know if the camera flipped because the UI was covering whatever you were seeing. So now you can flip your camera right here and there is a mute button, a end button on the bottom right, and a new effects button. So that little button that had 3 little dots on it on the bottom right is completely gone. Thank you, Apple. This was one of my biggest gripes with iOS 12 and it is finally fixed. So a small change that I found in the changelog on the Apple developer website is publicly trusted TLS server authentication certificates. That's a mouthful, that are issued after October 15th must meet new guidelines. So if you know whatever that means, TLS server authentication certificates, tell me in the comments down below. I just read it on Apple's developer website. So apparently there has been a small security fix with authentication certificates. Quick few changes here at the end. There is a brand new Apple Watch icon, so not really brand new, just a little tweak here. So this is the old one. Look at the digital crown, it's full black, and this one on iOS 12.1.1, it is just a little outline on the crown. So it does fit the new design of the new Apple Watches, and I think the Apple Watch in this icon is a little bit thinner than it is on the old icon. And a bug that Apple did mention that is present in this beta is that you are unable to select a different voice whenever you are using VoiceOver. So that's just a little known bug that they said was there. I found that on the changelog also on Apple's developer website. So a few bugs that Apple knows exist and they're going to fix it before the final release. But yeah, guys, that is iOS 12.1.1, a pretty significant update in my opinion, and it's pretty stable. Also, battery life has been pretty good, and of course I will have a video if Apple does come out with any more changes in a future beta of this update. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Michael with Apple Informed, and I'll see you in the next video.